All right. So, data science and machine learning using Python programming, and what makes here as our aim. See, in this training program, the students, I'm going to give you the brief overview of Python. That is your general purpose programming language. General purpose means a programming language with the help of which we can develop the projects. That means we can readily do the codes and we can develop different kinds of projects. That's why it's called as a general purpose programming language. Okay. And Python is one of the most popular programming language for data science, machine learning, deep learning whatsoever. Okay, so we are going to focus upon the Python programming language. We are going to learn about the basic elements of Python programming language, and then we are going to focus upon the applications of Python, especially for the data science. Okay, how Python plays an important role in data science, its applications. And then in this training, we are going to learn about how to import your data, how to store and manipulate your data, and how a data is going to be helpful for us in
Sir,
conducting its
can you,
analysis.
sir, can you zoom the document a little?
Yeah, yeah, sure, I'm doing that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so here we are going to work upon different ways to import, store, manipulate data using Python, to perform analysis over the data, to perform prediction, classification, whatever your algorithm says, your data and machine learning algorithm says. That's what we are going to do here in this training sessions. Okay, so the aim should be clear. Our aim is to learn the Python, to understand the applications of data science, to apply Python over the data science and the machine learning. Okay, and then these are the steps which we are going to follow during the implementation of the projects, as I did mention. That is importing, storage, manipulation, and analysis, and implementation for your prediction and the classifications. Okay, what are the objectives of this training program? See, the main objective of this training or the course is to provide, from my end, I'm just making you the things clear from my end. That means to help you with the concepts of Python, its syntax, various functions, packages which are used in a Python programming languages. This is the first objective, because Python is the language which we are going to use here for each and every task for the data science and the machine learning. So first, the concept of Python programming needs to be learned, and it is important. Okay, so here we are going to learn the basics of the Python. Then, in the next objective is to develop the skills of writing and running the code of the Python. Okay, and for that I have already told that I'm going to work upon the Jupyter Notebook. If you are comfortable with this platform, you can also do the code on Jupyter Notebook, and there are various other platforms also available to perform the coding as per your comfort. You can select any of the platforms. Okay, the third objective is this training will cover each and everything, the basic concepts, as I already told, related to the Python programming language. That means their variables, features, basic operators, looping operations, functions, classes, objects, everything I'm going to cover in this training program. Apart from that, the libraries which are used in data science and machine learning, for example, NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, etc. There are various other libraries also when I'm going to work as an offline in front of you for the projects building. Then I will let you know what other things are. However, in this training program, we are going to work upon these basic libraries used for data science and machine learning, and we are going to cover all the concepts related to the Python programming. So this is my third objective. And the fourth one is, at the end of the training, what you are going to achieve, why you guys are sitting here, why you are listening to me. Okay, and what will be the goal of the final thing by this objective? The thing is, you will be able to write the scripts, the codes related to the Python. Also, I will try to assure you from my end, my end, that you will be able to do the project on machine learning also. This is my uh, thinking that I will put each and every effort from my side to help you to learn, understand that how to develop a project based upon data science and machine learning. Okay, so these are the four objectives which I have defined. Aim is clear, objective is clear. Okay, these are the learning outcomes. That means basic data types of the Python, variables, data types. You will be knowing the basics of Python. Then you will be knowing how to clean and merge the data sets given to you. You are going to learn about the various libraries for the data science in Python, that is Pandas, Matplotlib, and your NumPy. As I already told you, you will know how to import the data into the Python and how to work upon the data into the Python, how to perform the analysis of the data into the Python. Okay, so these are the learning outcomes for you in this training program. And we have defined our content of this training in 4 weeks, for the 4 weeks. Okay, in week number one, I'm going to cover the introduction of Python. Okay, basic introduction of Python, control statements. I'm going to cover the list, range, tuples, dictionaries, how to take input and output in the Python. This is what we are going to cover in the week number one. Okay, in week number two, we are going to learn what are the functions, what are the built-in functions in Python, what is object-oriented programming, what are the exceptions and regular expressions in the Python. This is what we are going to do in the week number two. Okay, in week number three, that is, we are going to switch on the concepts of the data science. Okay, there I will let you know what is data science, what is machine learning, and we are going to demonstrate the various libraries, that is NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, all these things in week number three. Okay, and in week number four, I will be available for you in an offline mode. Okay, and there I am going to implement all these projects in front of you. Okay, and very important projects: Titanic survival prediction, house price prediction. We are going to take hit on offensive speech classification. Okay, so whatever the algorithms which are been available in machine learning, which gonna help us in developing the projects, I'm going to demonstrate you live in front of you. Once you get learn all these basic concepts of Python and data science and machine learning, then we are going to proceed ahead with all these projects. Okay, so this training is going to be fully hands off training and the practical training. Okay, only this starting lecture you are going to hear me I'm just telling you something from my side in a form of a notes. In later cases, okay, everything will be practical. You will be developing the codes, I will be sharing the codes to you prior to the class. And here in this training session, I'm going to execute the code, make you understand how the code is running, what the code is going to do. Okay, and then with the same pace, you are also going to do or implement the codes. Okay, so this is our outline. This is course outline. Now the next case is, let us discuss about something. What is machine learning, data science, and artificial intelligence, and why they are so much important, and why people are running behind all these technologies? What is the case? See, these terms are somehow what confusing at most of the times, because data science, sir, we have seen the same concepts in data science also. We have seen the same concepts in the machine learning also, sir. We have seen the same concepts in artificial intelligence also. So are they same or are they different? And if they are same, where they are same, sir? Okay, please let us know where they are same. See, you can check out this diagram, and in this diagram there is an overlapping. Okay, there are overlapping of concepts. Okay, so this is your data science, and there is a big circle which is making artificial intelligence. Then there's a machine learning inside artificial intelligence, and there's a deep learning inside machine learning. Okay, so artificial intelligence, you very well know, sir, what I explain about AI. And right now we are living in the world of AI, and everything is going to be in a part of an automation, automated. Okay, machines are getting intelligent. So what I define artificial intelligence is making machine intelligent. That's it. This is a simple definition what I give for AI. Okay, and how to make a machine intelligent? Sir, by coding them, by programming them. This is how machine can become intelligent, sir. Okay, fine. Machine learning, then who will become intelligent? Unless and until you don't learn something, how you can become intelligent? Okay, so it requires some learning. This comes under machine learning. Okay, that means machine has been fed a data, and according to the data and the results, machine has been fed. There are some algorithms, and we do code according to that algorithms and make machine learn. And once the machine get learn, it will use its intelligence to perform the task. Okay, and deep learning comes inside the machine learning. And deep learning, in case of deep learning, we are having huge amount of data, big data. Okay, and we are having separate algorithms apart from the machine learning algorithms to train the model. Because here, in case of deep learning, the concept lies in the training, like as we do, like a brain. Okay, how we learn. In our brain, we are having neurons. So, in case of deep learning, the training has been done according to the neurons. It's a neural structure, it's a neural network structure. Okay, so just like a training we do, as our brain have a neuron structure and neurons are interconnected with each other, similarly there is a blueprint, same kind of blueprint has been created in case of deep learning. Okay, and then accordingly it will learn. So machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence, deep learning is a subset of machine learning, and data science is somehow a different, however, because all these things deal with the data. So obviously there will be an overlapping of the concepts. Okay, so here you can see in the diagram that yeah, there is an overlapping, but what difference they are, let's see. AI is a bigger concept. Okay, and what we are going to do with the AI, we are going to simulate the human intelligence, and we are going to enhance the capability of a machines. As what we can do, we want machine should also do the same. In fact, not only same, machine should do much more better than us. That is what our expectations are. That is why everything has been going on, just make machine intelligent and do the work on the machines. Okay, and as I told, machine learning is an application, or it is a subset of the AI which allows the machine to learn from the data. Okay, we feed the data to the machine. Okay, and there are various algorithms which will help us to train your machine according to that particular data. Okay, and what happens in data science? See, data science tackles big data. Okay, and there are various further steps which are performed in the data science. Okay, that means it do data cleaning, data preparation, data analysis. Okay, data exploration, everything has been done in case of data science. So if someone going to ask you what is data science, so data science is something. Now, you know what is science? Science is an exploration. Okay, if I need to explore data, data exploration is said to be a data science, where we perform data cleaning, data preparation, data analysis using various tools which are available for the data scientists. This is what happens in this particular stream. Okay, so what is the role a person, if it's a data scientist, then what that data scientist is going to do? It can gather the data from the multiple sources, and it applies the machine learning techniques over it, or it applies algorithms over it, or it has we are available with the tools. For example, Python is a programming tool which will help us to perform the analysis over the data, so we are going to use the Python programming language, and whatever the results which we are going to generate, we can do that. Okay, so this is a general difference between AI and data science and the machine learning. Okay, so obviously these three domains are going to overlap. So data science is about data, and it provides a value. That means money, growth, reputation to an organization. Obviously each and every organization right now is looking for the data, because by using that particular data, they can analyze the trends. Okay, and they can and not only analyze the trend, depend upon the organization, depend whether it's an educational institute, whether it is in hospitals, whether it is in IT industry or whatsoever. Okay, so they are going to analyze the trends in the data, and accordingly they will develop their strategy what to do next. So this is what happens in the data science. Value to the data. Okay, in case of machine learning, we are going to make the optimized inferences and the predictions. Okay, obviously in case of machine learning we are having some algorithms. Okay, and we are going to apply the algorithms over the data, and then later case we are going to perform some predictions and classifications, whatever those algorithms are made for. This is what we are going to do in ML. And AI is using the data to impart human like decision making to the machine. So AI is something you very well know, just making a machine intelligent. Okay, that means I just want to replicate myself with the machines, and let the machine do the task next. Okay, see, if you do talk about the AI, see, AI is not a new word. It's absolutely not a new word. In 1950s only AI came into the picture. It's a so so long. AI is having a past. Okay, so Alan Turing created a phrase artificial intelligence. Okay, and again the goal was same, to build a machine computers smarter and perform our the task which we do. Let the machine should do that task. Okay, so it is like, as I told, creatively solving problems and considered a human prerogative. That means just like as a humans. Okay, compatible or similar to the humans. This is the goal for the AI, and for that purpose AI is for that purpose machine learning came into the picture in the later case. And various complex tasks can be solved by feeding the data to the machine, making a machine to learn and perform the analysis for those specific tasks, because machine learning comprises of algorithms. Okay, and AI is divided into weak AI, general AI, strong AI, depending upon the task for which the artificial intelligence is being used for. Okay, so this is a general summary of artificial intelligence. Next is machine learning. As I already told, that it is a subset of your artificial intelligence, and it provides the system an ability. So if someone asks you what is machine learning, you told, sir, AI is an making a machine intelligent. Okay, and intelligence is something decision making power. Okay, if we say now, okay, this person is much more intelligent, this person is least intelligent, this is an average student. Okay, so how you define it, how you rate it? This is this intelligent, and this is less intelligent. How you define it? If you are given a problem, now how you solve a problem, what steps you have taken to solve that particular problem, this gives importance, and this is how I rate your intelligence. And how quickly you solve that particular problem, this is how I rate your intelligence. Okay, now machine learning, I'm making a system, I'm giving an ability to the system on the basis of programming, on the basis of algorithm to solve the task. I feed the data to the machine, use algorithms, and I'm making it intelligent. Okay, machine learning has been divided into various categories, and two very good categories, very important categories, that is supervised learning and unsupervised learning. Another is the reinforced learning also. Okay, so two general categories classification for the ML is supervised and unsupervised. Okay, and the third one is reinforced learning. And in case of supervised learning, there is a supervisor who is going to teach you, who is going to train you. For example, the kind of learning which you are getting right now is supervised learning. I am a trainer, you guys are learning from me, I am teaching you, so this is supervised learning. You, if you are available with a supervisor, this learning comes into the picture. Then the next is unsupervised learning. That means there is no trainer available, and you guys yourself collecting the resources from or collecting the nodes from various ends, either from the internet, either you're looking from the book. So you're learning from yourself. That is called a self study. If you are doing self study, then you are performing unsupervised learning. There is no supervisor. You're learning from various resources. And in case of reinforced learning, that means there are various sources available which are going to capture the activity, and then they are going to supply what they did captured, what the sources captured, to the algorithms, and then accordingly algorithm are gone over. This is reinforced learning. Okay, so in general we are going to talk about two, supervised and unsupervised, and then the next one is reinforced learning also. All right. So if we want to take an example of a problem which can be solved by the machine learning, though there are various problems right now, we are doing a lot of projects related to AI and the ML, and these projects comprises of computer vision also, natural language processing also, and general projects also. There are many options, opportunities available in the AI and the machine learning domain. If you guys are from electrical background also, okay, so what can happen, how you are going to take this training for your domain importance, how you are going to take. See, if I am available with the data set, let me help you with this thing. If I am available with a data set of electricity or power consumption, for example, in that power consumption I am available with the voltage, I am available with the current, I am available with the power factor, and there are various other units also I am available with. You got a data, and if I need to perform the prediction that what will happen if this is the current, this is the voltage, this is the power factor, what will be the power consumption, okay, in the future, I need to predict. Okay, so for that purpose machine learning is going to play an important role. If you want to perform some future predictions related to your thing also, and right now this energy or electricity or this consumption, it has a huge scope, and they are currently they are looking forward for optimizations. See, the reason is, you very well know how this electricity has been generated. There are various power plants, and sir, there are various sources of electricity generation also, sir, hydroelectric, sir, nuclear, and etc etc there. So and then after generation of electricity, they are supplied to various units, and from there these units, they come to our houses, and in between them there could be many of the fluctuations. So how to optimize these fluctuations, how to save the money, because it's not every time, because right now, for example, this is winter season, and for example the generation of electricity is as usual as it would be, but the consumption is not like that. And if the organizations who purchase the electricity from the developers, from the places where the electricity is going to generate, then they are going to distribute you people, okay, but they have paid the money, but the consumption is less. So the electricity meters now, the bill will come less. So who is going to pay the money? How we are going to map the difference? This is can be simplified with the help of machine learning. So don't think, sir, we are electric triple E students, and once you have an idea about this programming coding, and if you have an data related to the electricity, you are going to work a lot in that particular case. Okay, data science. Data science, as I already told, sir, big data, tremendous amount of data, huge data, and data scientists are going to gather the data from the various sources and then perform the various tasks over the data. Okay, so it's a broad term, basically, data science, and it has various disciplines. Different disciplines are available in case of the data science. Okay, now, how you differentiate between a data scientist and a machine learning engineer? What they do? See, overall, a data scientist can be many things. What many things? What are the roles? It can meet the stakeholders and define the business problem. Data scientists know SQL, structured query language. See, if you do talk about the data, now, How we are going to gather the data? What are the sources? Data scientists should be knowing that what are the sources from which you are going to gather the data. Then you should be knowing how to store the data. Then you should be knowing, after storing of the data, you should know how to retrieve the data. So SQL, structured query language, this is the first, foremost, and the important thing for a data scientist to learn. SQL. Okay. And with this application, with this software, you can create a table, you can manipulate the data, retrieve the data, save in the database, in your machine, in your computer. So it is very much important for a data scientist to learn SQL. Okay. All the things which are been required to save and manipulate and retrieve and fetch the data, all these tools are important for data scientists to learn. Okay. Then in the later case, you can perform exploratory data analysis. That means, okay, if this variable is working like this, what the next variable is going to do? This is what you can do with the help of EDA, analysis of the data trends, as I already told you previously. Okay. Then you can build a model using machine learning and you can perform the predictions. Okay. Fine. And data science basically focus upon statistics. See, da- s- maths. Maths keeps very much importance for being in this particular field. Data science, machine learning, maths, because in each and every algorithm and each and every technique, maths has been applied. So you should be fair enough with the maths and the statistics. If you know what are the formulas for the maths, what are the formulas for the statistics, in general terms, if I would say mean, median, mode, standard deviation, variance, how to calculate them, if you know this thing, okay, you know some statistics. Okay, because all these are going to apply over the data. So maths is going to apply the over the data. Some statistical relationships, some statistical operations need to be applied over the data. So definitely, being as a data scientist, you should be good in maths and statistics, and then comes your programming. This is what you need to be done. Okay. And machine learning basically focus upon the engineering, software engineering, and the programming. So data science, what is the difference between the data science and machine learning? I already told about. Again, I'm explaining. Data science deals with the data exploration, data gathering, preparation, exploratory data analysis. It deals with the mathematics, it deals with the statistics. In case of machine learning, sir, we are talking about the programming, we are talking about the coding, how to perform all these steps. What? Cleaning, uh, cleaning, analysis, prediction, classification, whatever. This is been done with the help of a programming language. So in case of machine learning, we are talking about the skills what a software engineer do. Okay. So this is a difference between your data science and a machine learning. Okay. So machine learning engineer deploys the model which has been constructed after performing the complete implementation of your project. Okay. It deploy the model, and then the data scientist and analysts, whosoever, who whatsoever, they are going to use this model. All right. Next comes the deep learning. Okay. As I already told initially, the deep learning is a subset of machine learning. And here there is a complete replication of a human brain. Our brain also comprises of neurons which get trained and learn. Similarly, same concept has been applicable in deep learning. Deep learning comprises of neural network. Same thing, neurons, artificial neurons basically, not the real neurons, because our brain is having real neurons. But here, in case of machine, we are having artificial neurons, and these artificial neurons are going to learn. Okay. And then they are being applicable for the same purpose, like prediction, classification, whatever we do in the machine learning, then they are going to perform this task. Okay. But here, in case of deep learning, not only some data, limited data, no, huge amount of data can be given to the model to perform the analysis. So deep learning takes huge amount of data, tremendous data, to perform the analysis. Okay, now this is the diagrammatic representation of machine learning versus the deep learning. In case of machine learning, we can get a structured data, and in case of deep learning, we can get unstructured data. Okay, structured and unstructured data. That means everything, every feature has been organized in a proper way, that is structured. And unstructured, that means they are not organized in a proper way, that is called as an unstructured data. Okay, and then here we are going to apply some techniques over that particular data. Feature extraction, that means I'm going to take those features which are important for us to perform the analysis ahead, that is called as feature extraction, feature engineering. And then we are going to apply those features, those variables, to the algorithm, machine learning algorithm, and then we can perform, we can get the output, whether what kind of the task, whether it is a prediction, whether it is a classification, whatsoever, we are going to get the output from it. In case of deep learning, we are going to give the data to the neural network. Okay, a neural network is an interconnected network of neurons, and there are various layers, and each and every layer comprises of neurons, multiple neurons. And neurons are something which we train here, as like of human brain for the learning. Okay, and then after training, this is the output which you are getting. Okay, so this is the process which happens in a machine learning, and this is the process which happens in a deep learning. And the next is, you can see what are the skills required to be as a machine learning engineer, machine learning entrepreneur. You should be knowing the maths, you should be having some good communication skills, you should be knowing the programming, business, everything. Everything, it's a complete subset. And these are the roles which are defined, whether you can be a maths professor, obviously, as I told, whether you are a marketing person, because there is a job role also, business analyst, business analyst. Okay, whether you are a computer science professor, whether you are a salesperson, whether you are a data science analyst, accountant, because I deal with many of the people who, it doesn't mean that if you think, sir, we are triple E students. I already gave you example what keeps you importance here for in this training. I am teaching the people who are not in fact from the engineering background itself, but they did it, perform transition in data science, in a data scientist role. They are accountant, those people are accountant, some are marketing people. Okay, some are from different different stream, very different stream. Okay, but if you know programming, if you know have if you are having a knowledge of maths, if you know statistics, okay, you can jump into here. And what I believe, that computer science, it's an evergreen branch for everyone. Okay, so just learn the programming skills, concepts, and just get, whether you are a mechanical person, whether you are a civil person, whether you are electrical person, whoever you are, you can get a job here, no worries. Okay, so it's applicable to everyone. Okay, so this is what I told, artificial intelligence, because in case of AI, we are going to use the logics. Intelligence means logic. Okay, a person who is logical, a person who knows how to get this solution, what are the ways, what are the good best ways to get the solution, logical person. Okay, that is said to be an intelligent. Okay, knowledge, a person who can explore the knowledge from the data, okay, and then use it in a logical way, that is said to be an intelligent. And machine learning is inside the AI, obviously it has its own algorithms, and then deep learning is a subset of machine learning, it has its own algorithms. Okay, now um, what are the steps which are involved in the ML, machine learning? This I will explain you when I will be taking your offline session also, but here also let me give you some brief introduction of it. What are the steps which are involved in the machine learning? Collection of data. First, data collection. Okay, it is important, step number one, because you are going to work on the data in only, so collecting data is very much important. Then the next case is preparation of the data. You need to prepare your data. See, data can be in a raw format, any, that means it's in a rough format, rough, but you need to organize the data in such a manner that It can be used for training purpose. It can be used for getting applied into the algorithm. So you need to prepare your data. Unless your data is not prepared, unless your data is not cleaned, for example, if your data is incomplete, many of the rows, columns are empty, how you are going to perform the analysis over it? No, not at all. First, you need to collect the data. There are various sources from which you can collect the data. Various sources. I will let you explain. Okay, so from there you need to collect the data. Then you need to prepare your data. That means you need to clean your data. After cleaning, you can perform analysis over data, and after analysis, you can give that data to the model for the training purpose. Now, what is this model is? I'm talking about the algorithms. I'm talking about machine learning algorithms. Once your data is fed into these algorithms, depending upon your problem statement, your model get trained, and you can use that model for the future purpose. You can evaluate your model next. That is, you are going to check the accuracies of your model, accuracy of the model. Okay, and then if it requires that okay, accuracy is somehow what not going good, so we can perform tuning. We can perform tuning of the parameters, tuning of the features, and then after that we are going to use the tuning of tuned parameters into the model that will help us in getting the good accuracy. And remember one thing, let me clear you. We are talking about, sir, making machine intelligent and all this stuff we are talking. It may happen that sometimes you get an accuracy like 100% or 99%, 98%. See, still we believe, still we believe, no one, especially machine, can give you an accuracy of 100% for a problem domain. No, not at all. There is nothing like 100% here. Okay, so if I say 100%, sir, my model is trained and it will give you any kind of answer, sir. It will give you any answer it can give. Not at all. This comes under a case of overfitting. Okay, so I just make a fun like this. In your class, might be some of the students, some student, okay, they are the toppers and they are getting high percentage, like okay, 97. In your schools also might be they are the toppers getting 98, 99%. If your parent says yeah, the parent says look them, they are, how much percentage they are getting? 98% in their, they scored this much, 99% they scored in their exams. So I say, no, 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 yaar. They are overfitted. They are overfitted model. The good accuracy is 80 to 90%. Okay, this is good accuracy. 93, 90%, 94% is also good accuracy. But 98, 99%? No, not at all. They are overfitted model. Not possible. Okay, but this happens actually in case of machine. But this is something general explanation we can give. No one can get 100%. Okay, because if you achieve 100% also for that particular examination, for that particular paper, but if I do ask you a question from that particular subject, a different question, it's not mandatory that you can give the answer for that. So how can you say that you are 100% in that particular physics or chemistry or whatsoever? No, not at all. No one is 100%. Okay, so this is what you need to perform while working with the machine learning. This is the process. Okay, now what process we need to do in case of data science? Data science, again, the same thing as I already told, that you need to collect the data, you need to perform the modeling, you need to perform analysis and problem solving, prediction, everything. This is what you need to do in case of data science also. So during the whole process, what data scientists used to do, what a data science is going to do? Okay, asking questions. First part is asking questions. Data scientist must consider the following questions: whether there is any business goal to achieve or not. See, you are being going to be a data scientist for some organization, for a company, for any company, and if that company hands you the data and ask you, tell me what we are going to do next, so you should ask the questions from yourself, that okay, I'm going to perform analysis over this data. Okay, I am available with the goal, whether it will be achieved or not by doing this analysis. Okay, so the point is, as a data scientist, data collection process, once the problem is explained, it will also require data to solve the problems. Obviously, data requirement, data gathering is the task of the data scientist. Collect the data from various sources, process the data, as I already told you above. In case of machine learning, also data processing, pre-processing, that is, I need to clean your data. However, the data which you have collected will be in a raw format, unorganized. It may be the possibility, and most of the cases it is an just like a raw data. I need to process it, I need to filter it, I need to clean it. After that, after that only I can perform exploration of the data. I can draw some graphs between the variables. Okay, between the variables, okay, if this parameter is increasing, whether this parameter is increasing or not. So I can develop the relationship between the various parameters. This is what is going to be done in data exploration, data analysis. This is what we are going to do: explore your data. Okay, just try to reveal the insights in the data. Okay, what kind of data is this? What kind of data I need to reveal the insights in the data. I need to check what this data, how, what kind of trend this data is going to give me. Okay, I need to discover the patterns inside the data. Okay, pattern, understanding the pattern of the data. This is called as data exploration. These patterns and trends can be used ahead. This will give you a valuable information. So I need to explore the data. I need to check which feature, which parameter is important in the data, and then I need to find the patterns, trends in that particular data. Then we can perform the visualization. Okay, that means some diagrams, graphs, plots, charts, whatever you want to do, you can perform the visualization. Okay, so for every task which has been available here, every task which has been mentioned in the data scientist, whether or whether it is available in the machine learning, we are using Python programming language. Okay, and the Python programming language, this is the tool for us. Okay, or whatever you can say, application tool or whatsoever you can say. And everything has been possible using Python only. Okay, we can prepare the data, we can train our model, we can evaluate our model, we can perform tuning of the parameters, we can make prediction, classification, whatever we are interested in, we can do with Python programming itself. Okay, so ultimately playing with the data, playing with the data is data science, machine learning, and deep learning, whatever you can see. Just playing with. Okay, you are available with the data, you know the skills of programming language. Get started, get started, that's it, and play with it. This is what a data scientist and ML engineer guys do. Okay, uh, how machine learning is going to affect the data science, I already told that there are the similarities between them. Okay, that means the steps which are followed in ML and the steps which are followed in the data science are somehow what similar. So according to that perspective, data science is going to affect a lot, machine learning is going to affect a lot the data science domain. Okay, because once we are getting a data, huge amount of data, tremendous amount of data, we are going to apply it over the model, and we are going to generate the results, and that can be further used for artificial intelligence and developing the systems, intelligent systems, and so on. Okay, so there are various uh, you know um, uh, things available for machine learning to affect the data science. Okay, and what is the future? Obviously, why we are going to why we are doing this training? Because the future is of about the data only. Okay, so data is a treasure. I'm not talking about the oil, I'm not talking about the petrol, I'm not talking about the diesel, because one day it's going to be vanish. Data is something, it's not going to vanish. Okay, for every activity, I told in the starting itself, every activity there is a data. For example, this training is going on, a data has been continuously created. Okay, for this 2 hours there will be a data, and obviously I told that there is a recording of the session. Okay, so obviously there will be data generated. Okay, so now data science is having various diverse professions. Data science or data scientist, it's not only the profession, it's not only the job role available. In data science, there are multiple job roles available. That's why people are shifting towards the data science, and there is a huge growth. This industry is having a huge growth in as we've seen in the recent times. Okay, because every organization requires an analyst to let them know, okay, if this has been happening, this would happen in the future. Predictions. Okay, we need to perform the predictions. Nobody wants the loss. They need to predict right now, right away. Okay, so obviously there are various job roles available in the data science. The first job role is available is a data analyst. Data analyst. So as I told, analyst is a person whose duties are to perform the visualization of the data, to manage the data, to perform the processing of the data. That means analysis of the data, basically. This is what a job role of the data analyst to do. Okay, that means it performs the optimization by using his or her skills. Okay, and what a data analyst should know, data analyst should know the SQL programming language, Python programming language. So these are the basics. I already told, if you want to be get into a data science, SQL, Excel, okay, Python, R is a programming language, but it depends. Okay, whether you are going to learn the Python, whether you are going to learn the R. Here we are going to perform everything using Python programming language, and Python is the hot language. Python is the first most important language for the data scientist. Okay, so we are going to do everything on the Python. So either you learn Python, either you learn R. We are going to do everything in the Python. It depends upon the demand, but Python is in high demand. Okay, the key responsibilities of data analyst is uh, automate techniques to extract data extraction from various sources. Automation, that means not in a manual way, automatically develop the database. Okay, analyze the data. This is the important, this is very important thing which a data analyst should do. Analysis, data analysis. Okay, data already told, collaborate with the members. If you are going to work with a job, anywhere, if you're going to apply for any job, teamwork is something which is very important. You guys are right now sitting in the class for this training also. Teamwork is important. Okay, because we'll be doing the code. If you're having any difficulty, any problem, you can have discussions with me. If you're having problem, you can with me and among yourself also. So this is what data analysts do. Next one is the database administrator. Database admin. So there are data engineers who are going to perform this task. Admin is a person who is in charge of the database backups and the restoration of the data. There are various softwares, applications on which, with the help of which, we are going to save the data on the servers. So data administrator is a person who know about the server side, client side, server side. He should be aware of how to keep the data, how to keep it safe, and how to recover that particular data. So if you are having a knowledge of server side scripting, okay, the tools used for the server where you're going to keep the data, then you can apply for the data analyst, data administrator roles. Okay, so admin person give the rights to the clients to access the data. Okay, so key responsibilities are working with on the database, putting the place data, security, privacy. This is the role of your database administrator. Okay, and preparation of the reports, documentation, whatever things to be done. This has been done by your database administrator. Okay, next one is a data engineer. Data engineer creates and tests the big data, and it may run various algorithms on the various platforms for the optimization of the data. Okay, I don't need the complete data, I need optimized data. Optimization means to solve the problem in minimum steps. No, I don't need most of these steps, majority of them. I need some relevant data in an optimized way. So this is what a task of data engineer. Skills required are again SQL, no SQL, MySQL whatsoever, Python programming, and there are other skills also. Okay, its responsibilities are create and keep the data management, collection, acquisition of the data, finding the patterns in the data, and obviously collaboration, teamwork. Teamwork has been present in each and every job role. Okay, everywhere it's present. And data engineer are also going to create the reports on after the analysis, whatever the analysis are, and it will present the reports to the stakeholders. Next one is the data architect. See, data architect builds data management plans. Perform integration, centralization. It secures the activity, greatest activity used. Okay, because architect is something, it's going to define the architecture. Okay, it's going to tell you that what are how many layers were going to be. For example, we are having a subject that is called as database management system, in which we are having an architecture, one tier, two tier, or three tier architecture. That means if your data has been stored at some particular location, what are the various other layers above it, and how we are going to see the data, or how the end user is going to see the data. Okay, because if I would say data is stored in your machine in some 01 format, because machine doesn't understand what is A and what is B. Machine understands only 0 and 1 signals. Okay, but these applications make them you see that okay, this is A and this is B. So there is an architecture defined, there are various layering has been done. So this is a task of the data architect, how data need to be stored, retrieved, what is the architecture. Okay, so its roles are developing and implementing the data strategy, identification, collection of the data, collaboration, end-to-end data architecture from storage till the application. What are the layers? How many layers are used? This is the task of a data architecture, architect. Then comes the data scientist. See, data scientist, okay, is person who is going to perform everything. That means collect the data, gather the data, gathering, acquisition of the data from various sources, then perform the pre processing of the data, that is data cleaning, then perform the exploration of the data to find the patterns, then to perform the visualization of the data. Okay, and then to perform the modeling, that means apply the data to the model. Okay, to then perform get the results, prediction, whether it is prediction, classification, whatsoever you need to do, then perform the tuning of the data, the tuning of the parameters, and then just finally get the accuracy. Okay, so every task needs to be done by the data scientist. The data scientist is going to do the role for the analyst also. Okay, and for other key responsibilities which has been held by the data scientist are already mentioned: collection, pre-processing, then analysis, everything needs to be done by the data scientist. Okay, so data science, data scientist, this is how the work goes. Then the next case is, next job role is business analyst. See, business analyst is somehow different from the data scientist, because if I do talk about the business is strictly related to the corporate, okay, organization, because organization is in requirement of the analysis of the data or the trends, what they achieve, because they are having some goals, profit goals. Okay, so business analyst is going to understand the organization's business, what kind of business they do, what they have. Okay, and what are their goals, and the strategy adopted by the business analyst is to make the organization into profit. Okay, so it will identify the issues, look out for the opportunities, solutions for them. Okay, implement efforts to improve the current business procedures. So whatever be the thing is, it will do all the highlights. For example, if business analyst, this is a person who knows about excel. Okay, MS Excel, so he can draw plots, and he can design PowerPoint presentations also, and can let the stakeholders know, or company people know, that okay, here we are having loss and here we are having profits and also. So this is the task of the business analyst. Okay, next comes your machine learning engineer, ML engineer. Okay, so machine learning engineer should do everything from collection till evaluation, deployment of the model. Everything: collection of the data, cleaning of the data, exploration of the data, and visualization of the data, training of the model, evaluation of the model, deployment of the model. Everything should be done by the ML engineer, including testing also. I need to test my model whether it's going to give me the good results or not. So engineer is something who perform everything. Testing is also included if I do talk about engineer. Okay, so responsibilities are ML engineer, design development, algorithms, because obviously in, if I do talk about engineer, it deals with the development part. Okay, software engineering and something like that. Okay, development. So ML engineer should know the programming. In fact, data scientist should also know the programming. Both should know the programming. Okay, and various other tools which has been used to perform the analysis over the data. For example, there are tools for the analyst like Tableau, Power BI. Okay, where they draw the dashboards has been made, and there they show the plots, colorful plots, interactive plots, how the trends of data are been changing. Okay, here in case of Python also, we are available with the libraries with the help of which we can draw interactive plots. I will teach you. Okay, so this is the task of machine learning engineer. Okay, now for things all these things we need to use Python programming. Okay, so as per the aims and the objectives, I did clear you in the starting itself that we are going to learn the Python here for the 2 weeks, and then after learning the Python, we are that means every elements of the Python we are going to cover here. Then in the week number 3, we are going to incorporate the various libraries which are used for the data science and the machine learning. That also we are going to learn in week number 3. Okay, so Python. Uh, see, can I have some students interaction, please? Can I have some students interaction, please? How many of you guys knows the Python? Let me stop sharing the screen. Yes, I can see the students. Yes, how many of you knows the Python? I hope you have. Yes, you have done this programming in your curriculum somewhere.
Yes, sir. We have learned Python in our 1 2, sir.
Okay,
We have covered some of the basic topics in Python, like up to packages, it is completed, sir.
up to packages it's completed. So what packages you have learned?
NumPy,
Okay,
sir.
NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib you already done.
Pandas was not completed, sir. Only NumPy, sir.
Okay, only NumPy has been completed. Okay, but here in this training, we are going to cover all these 3 packages and also the basics of the Python. So, is that be okay for you all? So, I will get started with the basic of Python. Is that be okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, nice. Thank you. All right. So, it's really great that you know about the Python programming, the language which we are going to use here. So, Python is general purpose interpreted interactive object oriented and high level programming language. You have already know about this thing, so let me have some small introduction of it. General purpose ka matlab means it can be used for the development. You can create the projects. Okay, many of the languages, for example, C programming, C++ program, these are also general purpose languages. Okay, interpreted means here we are going to check line by line whatever the code you have written, whether it is of 10 lines, whether it is of 100 lines whatsoever. Here there is an interpreter. Interpreter is an application. Okay, it's a like a software which checks line by line your code whether it is correct or not. If it has been having an error at any of the particular line, it going to give you an error. It will not proceed ahead unless and until that is not rectified. So it is interpreted language. Interactive, obviously, we are it's good in whatever we do the task here, we are getting the output at the same moment, and that means we the communication is between both the ends, so it's interactive in nature. Okay, object oriented. See, object oriented is something that's a real world challenges. Objects, for example, this is a class going on. You guys are present in the classroom, I am the teacher present in the classroom, and we both are connected via the Google Meet. Okay, so this is Google Classroom. If in case you are not present, I am not present, so there will be no class. Okay, so objects and the classes. Class is a blueprint, object is a real world entity. So Python help us in performing real world applications using classes and the objects. Okay, high level programming language. Okay, most of the times the students going to find a problem. High level, low level. See, high level means you can code here in English language, that is high level. Low level is 0 1. I'm not going to code you in 0 and 1. High level is the language which you guys know. Okay, that is called as a high level programming, and you can code in that particular language. So English is a language in which I can code. It's a high level language programming. Okay, so and it's not new Python, but right now it's in great importance, and it right now it's been used applicable everywhere. Python programming. Okay, so it's been developed in 1985, 1990, and it supports multiple programming. There are various paradigms also, programming paradigms. That means programming approach, how to, what is the style of coding. Okay, every programming language has its own style of coding. C, C++, Java, they are having their own styles of coding. Okay, so Python supports multiple programming paradigms like procedural. You can write a code in a form of a procedure. You can use object oriented also. Functional also, that means you can give a name. You very well know about the functions if you have learned the Python programming. That means there is a function name. Inside that, you can write various statements. So it supports functional programming also. So there are many programming paradigms which can be supported by the Python. Okay, and it emphasize on code readability and reusability. Okay, so these are the general requirements for a programming language. It supports all. For the jobs, if I do talk about the jobs, currently Python is, as I told, that it is been used for data science also, AI also, ML also. Different, all the technologies uses the Python programming language. So it's about, this is the annual package for the Python developers, for the developers who use the Python programming language. And the big companies like Google, Intel, NASA, Facebook, IBM, etc., they uses Python programming language as an application language for the different components. Okay, so why to learn Python? Because in our schools, colleges, universities, you very well know, you guys are also been a part of that. So Python programming language has been used. Python is an open source, easily available. You can just download it. Okay, and it's simple to learn. Very simple statements are written in Python. You guys will be knowing that. Okay, you can create very different things here. It's versatile, not only a single type of application. You can create different types of applications using Python. Okay, various libraries are available in the Python. Okay, what is a library? See, library is a collection of a files. There is a library, there is a module, there is a package in Python. Okay, so they all are collections of various files. So if I do talk about a library, so library, it's a file, okay, which is having the operations which we require specific to that particular library. If I do talk about numpy, so numpy is used for linear algebra. You told me, sir, we have learned numpy, we did some codes related to it. So numpy is used for linear algebra. So if I do import numpy, so numpy, I did not have to separately code for plus, minus, and linear algebraic operations. No, if I do import numpy, numpy already comprises of all the operations. Just by importing it and using directly, it will help you. Nothing else. Okay, so I already told interpreted line by line checking. It is interactive, object oriented. Everything has been clear to you. So, what are the careers available in the Python? Game developer, web designer, and everything. Python developer, full stack developer. You can be as a machine learning engineer, data scientist, data analyst, data engineer, everything. Python supports all kinds of job roles for you. Okay, so yes, I guess this not been so much. You very well know about it. It's easy to learn, easy to read, maintain, and everything. I guess it's been clear to you. Okay, history I've already told you. I already instructed on the group that you need to work on, that means install the Python, install Jupyter Notebook, and we are going to work upon Jupyter Notebook depending upon your comfort. If you work on PyCharm or Anaconda or whatsoever, Google Colab whatsoever, because I know that the students are having their own comfort zones of the coding. So you can use any of these applications and you can perform the code. I'm going to work upon the Jupyter Notebook. So let me stop the sharing, because now we are going to perform the code on the Python programming. And the thing is, have you guys installed those applications? What is the, yeah, someone can come here and please let me know what is the current state right now.
We have installed, sir.
Installed, na? So we can directly do the coding.
Ah, yes, sir.
Okay, and I have also shared the notebooks with you all. Sir has shared, I guess.
Okay, sir.
In your group it is available.
We have sent some files today.
Yes, there's two files.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we are going to work upon these two files.
Okay, sir.
So you can download it and upload it. And I've also asked the sir to give me the email address. So next time I'm going to email you.
Can you repeat, sir? Can you repeat, sir?
I'm saying that also asked for the email address of you all students. So next time I'm going to email you the files.
We will send you in the WhatsApp, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
The domain mail.
Okay. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So kindly upload those files on Jupyter Notebook, and they're going to get started.
Okay, sir.
So here is your file number 1. We are going to start with the basics of Python. Okay, and the first program which comes into the mind is the hello world. Okay, because we want machine to say hello to us. Okay, so that is why the first program which comes into the mind is hello world. So if you know other programming languages also apart from the Python, just to say, if you want to say a machine to say hello world, we need to write multiple statements. For example, if I talk about C++ programming language, it would say you need to include the header files, hash include iostream, hash include cone, ustdio, and different. Then you need to have the main function, and then there you need to write a cout or printf, and then you need to make the machine to say hello. Okay, but here that's not the case. Python is a very simple programming language, and just only by writing print hello world, you can see here print hello world. So print is a method. Okay, it's going to display you what's written inside it. So I'm just writing print in a quotation hello world. Okay, and it's gonna print you what's written inside it. And you can use different kinds of statements here. Hello, my name is Nirmal, I am your Python instructor. Okay, this is what you can do here in case of Jupyter Notebook. And if you want to perform some arithmetic operations, so what this Jupyter Notebook is about, see, it's an editor for you. It's working as an editor which comprises of different cells. And why it comprises of different cells? Why? What is the reason? The reason is I already told Python is an interpreted language. So here line by line checking has been done. So different cells are there. You can put things on. Okay, this line, if this has been correct, then I'm going to run the execute this block of code, and this block of code. It is an interpreted language. That's why. If I do talk about C++, they are compiled languages. There you need to submit the complete code to the compiler, and then it's gonna run you the thing. Okay, but here that's not the case. For example, if I need to perform the simple addition, 2 plus 3, just run it. Okay, it's gonna give you 5. That's the result. 4 minus 5, that's it. It's gonna give you result. Any kind of operation, if you want to do directly in case of Python, you can do. Okay, 6 into 7. And some if and else statement I have introduced here. So if else statements, I hope you guys will be knowing it. I wrote if 3 is greater than 2, print 3 is greatest. Okay, so here in case of if, that is a conditional statements, there is a checking done with respect to the variables or the values which you have given. 3 greater than 2, if this condition is true, this print statement will go into execute. If it is false, however, there is no false statement we have given. We haven't given else here. Just to be very simple, if 3 greater than 2, 3 is greatest. So I'm talking here about the indentations also. Let's check the another code here. It is wrongly indented. Why? After colon, I put print here, print statement here. This is not the correct format. Okay, so this is wrong indentation. In case of programming, you need to take care of indentation. That needs to be correct, else it will going to give you error. So here is an error. Indentation error, expected an indentation block. Okay, so now this is correct. If 3 is greater than 2, print 3 is greatest, and print got it correct. This is what I got. And here you can see that spaces, if I do like write like this, it will bring you those space. As much space you can give, you can put it here. Okay, now simple addition, I can declare variables also. I can declare variables in a programming language. So here a and b, these two are the variables. I did assign a value 2 to a and 3 to b, and I printed a plus b. This is what I did. Now again, I want to have some questions from you people. What do you mean by a variable? Anyone? What do you mean by a variable? I stopped sharing the screen. Can you please let me know what is a variable? Anyone? Variables.
So, sir, variable is a place in the memory that stores data.
Okay,
Uh, the,
memory, it stores the data. Okay, yes, you are correct. Absolutely correct. Uh, all right, you can sit. What happens? Usually, if we ask to the people variable, students say, sir, something which vary, something which vary. Absolutely a wrong definition. Something which varies, something which is dynamic in nature, something whose value changes, that is set to a variable. Okay, students say, no, they give this kind of answers. See, variable is an abstraction of a memory cell. This is the correct definition of a variable. Abstraction of a memory cell. What she said, sir, something acquired the memory. Something acquired the memory. In that particular memory, I need to store the data. So abstraction, reserving a memory block, memory cell, whatever you can say from your side, that is an that is said to be a variable. So now here in the code, I did assign two variables. I give a value to the variables, that is a and the b. The value of a is 2, the value of b is 3. Okay, so I printed the addition of them, that is 5. You can take another variable also, c equal to a plus b. Either you can print directly, print a plus b, or either you can take another variable, store the value of a plus b into c, and then you can print the c. This is also what you can do. Okay, so again the result is same. But what will happen? What is the difference between these two? What happened here? The point is, I I created one more variable c that is again going to reserve a space, and there I stored the value and then I printed. So unnecessary, there is one more variable created. I acquired space, additional space. Already there were two variables. I acquired one more space. So if I want to save the space, this is a better option. Print a plus b. If you don't want to save the space, okay, c equal to a plus b, and then you're going to print it. No worries. Okay, so variable is an abstraction of a memory cell. Okay, where you store the values. And in case of Python, see, in case of other languages, if I would say, you need to define the type, data types. Okay, so data types, for example, it could be like integer, float, character, string, or whatsoever. Okay, so again, I want to ask the question that what is a data type? Any other girl who want to answer this? What is a data type? Data types in programming. Anyone can come here and say what is a data type. Yeah, come ठीक है, आप ही आ जाओ, you can come. Yes, you can come. The one who answered previously also. Data type.
So a data type refers to a data, whether it is an integer
Mm-hmm.
or float
Hmm.
or a character.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Uh, just by telling this thing only, whether it is an integer, float, this is a recognition actually, character or whatsoever. I think this is not enough. If someone asks you what is a data type, you say, sir, data type. What the students usually answer, sir, type of a data is said to be a data type. This is the answer the students give. Na? This is what you are saying, na? Type of a data is data type, isn't it? Or some other answers you are having?
How many bits of data it can store
How
can
many
be,
bits of data? See,
I mean, how,
depends. Okay, how many bits of data it can store?
like
But
int stores a certain number of bits and float stores a
mm-hmm,
certain number of bits. It varies in that storage.
mm-hmm, it varies in null. Okay, it can be considered. But here we are talking about the memory. You're specified to the memory, sir. Check the memory. If it is storing this much bits, okay, this is integer. If it is storing this much bit, this is float. If this is storing this much bit, this is a character. That means we are specifying the memory here as per your definition.
Yes.
Okay. You both can sit. Let me explain. data type. Okay, so let me explain you. See, first you are having a type. Type is actually a set of your integers. Okay, it may have your decimal values. Okay, and it may have your characters. It may have your string whatsoever. Okay, so first there is a type. A type is a set of all kinds of values, and if you pick a data or a element from this type, which is a set, that is said to be a data type. So picking data from type, which is which is actually a set of all items or data, and we are going to pick from it something, and then we are saying, okay, this is an integer, this is a float, this is a character, or any other thing, that is said to be a data type. So first you need to define a set of these values. Okay, now you later said, sir, having memory, so how many bits of memory that particular data is in comprising of? It is an integer, then this much bits of memory, and it is a float, and this much bits of memory, and whatsoever. So obviously that will be related to the memory storage. But to be in a general, we need to say that there is a type is a set which is a collection of all these items, all these data values, and then if you pick a value from that, or if you pick a data from that particular type, there is a recognition. Okay, this is an integer value picked. Okay, now it's called as a integer, then it is called as a float, then it is called as character whatsoever. This is a definition of data type. Okay, so in case of Python, we are available with integer also, we are having float also, we are having string, character whatsoever you can define here in case of Python, and we do not have to give prior. Okay, like int x equal to 6, float 7, float y equal to 7.8, string z equal to Python. No need. Yeah, kush nahi, nothing has been required. Just write a variable and assign the value. Okay, so this is how we can define the data type. And here comments. How to comment in Python? Just write hash, one line comment, hash. Okay, for a programmer, it's good to comment. It will help your programming language to make meaningful, understandable. So it's good to write the comments there. Okay, so with the hash, you can put a comment, and with these quotations, with this quotation, I'm writing three quotes here, three quotes. You can have a multiple line comment. Okay, you can have a multiple line comments with these quotes. So in case of hash, you can have a single line comment, and with these quotes, you can have a multiple line comments. This is what you can perform in Python. Now I'm sharing another sheet, and let's proceed ahead with another set of codes. 124. You can check the type, okay, of the data. So for checking the type, we can use type method, type Python, type Python. So you very well know it's a string. So it gave me that str. If you are having, any other, like if I write type, if I write 2, what it will gonna print me? Int. If I say type 3.5, what it gonna print me? It's a float. Okay, So float, int, string, these are the types which can be known to us by using a simple method that is called as a type here in Python. Now next, a equal to 50, b equal to a. I am printing the value of a and b. Print n, print b. Okay, what happened here? The value of a has been assigned to be another variable, and we are printing it. Now the question comes to be I just want to crack the concept whether variable a and variable b both are different or both are same. Here is my question, whether both are different or both are same. And this value, you very well know, I printed them, both are having the 50. That means the point is whether there are different memory cells are there, a and b, whose values are 50-50, or whether there is a same memory cell in which I have referred a and I have referred b both. What could be your answer? Can you please tell me what happened here? Is there two different memory cell, or is there only one memory cell in which both are referred? Anyone who can answer, please let me know.
Same memory cells, sir.
Okay, same memory cell. What made you think like that? Same memory cell.
Because A is equals to 50 and
Hmm.
B is equals to A, no, sir.
A equal to b,
Yes.
or b equal to a. What? See, b equal to a I did here. So b equal to a means I have assigned the value of a to b. That is another variable, isn't
Yes.
it? That's what I did.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and we are saying both the variables are same. Both are referring to the same memory cell. Now you are answering to me. They are, but the names are different. Why shouldn't they represent different memory cells? Why shouldn't?
Object is same, no, sir.
Okay, object is same. That's why they are referring to the same memory cell. Yes, you are correct.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. You can sit. Here it doesn't mean that you are using different variable names, so they will be having different memories. So no, that's not the case. Both a and b are referring to the same memory cell where the value 50 has been present. Okay, let me get back to the code. Okay, okay, now a equal to 50, b equal to 100, print in, print b. Now this makes a clear sense that both the variables are different, they are using different memory cells, and yes, the values are printed. Previously the case was different. Print id a and the id b. Id, what this id is gonna do? What this id is going to do with me? Again, I just bring some twisted here with the variables. I assigned a value a equal to 50, then I did b equal to a. Okay, the thing which I did above also. Okay, and then I am going to print the address, id, block, cell. I'm trying to identify what is a and what is b. So I did found that if I use the id thing with the a and b, both are having the same id. So the girl, she said, sir, both are referring to the same memory block. So how should I know that they are referring to the same memory block? This can be checked using id. If I'm printing the id, address of a and address of b, they both are same, the point is clear. However, if I say reassigned value of a equal to 500, print the id of a, and if I print the value of b equal to 700, let's see. Again, the id of both are same. Now what happened here? Did b overlapped the value of a, or if I print a it will be 500 only, and if I print b it will be 700 only? What happened here? I reassigned the variable a. Previously a was 550, now value of a is 500. I printed its id, Now it got changed. B equal to 700, I printed its id, it's changed. So the if the values change, id changed. Okay, value got changed, id got changed. So this is the case. Next, if I'm having a equal to 70, b equal to 70, and now I'm not writing b equal to a. No, I'm not writing like this. I'm writing just a equal to 70, b equal to 70, defining two different variables and assigning the value to them. Now if I say what is the id, still if you don't assign b equal to a, still you can check the id. Both id are same. Okay, but what happened here? I assigned different values, different id. If I assign same values, same id. No need to write b equal to a. If I do write, then obviously to pata chali jata. But the point is here, different assignments has been done. Still they are showing the same id. Okay, now as I told that we can declare the variables with the different values and all these things. So if I do write like this, name, normal, age, some numerical value, and then I can write height like this 5.5, something like that. Okay, and then I can print them. This is what we can do easily in case of Python. Okay, now the next case, how to declare a variable in Python. How to declare, what are the current what is the correct way to declare a variable in Python? See, if I write like this, name equal to in quotes a, okay, this is the correct way. If I uppercase, if I use an uppercase, if I make the first character capital N, then also it is correct way. If I uppercase any of the character in between the variables, then also it is a good thing to declare a variable. If I uppercase every character, then also there is no worries in case of Python, it is also correct. If I can use underscores in intermediate the name of each and every character, then also it will not harm you, not at all. This is also correct way to declare a variable. If I can use underscore prior, then also it will not harm you anything. Later, also correct. If I can use numerics in between, then also it will not trouble you at all. Okay, but what it gonna trouble you? If I use numerics in front, 5 name equal to a, we can't use numerics. Okay, this is not a proper way to declare a variable. And also, if I say just underscore equal to in quotes, if I write like this, normal. Okay, and if I print underscore, okay, print underscore, okay, what it will going to give you? See, underscore can also be assigned as a variable. Okay, so Python give you so much flexibility. However, you can't use a value numerics in front for declaring a variable. This is not possible. Also, I just want to save the lines, for example. So it's better to declare the variables in a a single line. So x equal to y equal to 50, z equal to 50. Assign the values, same values to all these variables. I printed them. Okay, and if I want to print them in next lines, next line, okay, new line character, slash n is a new line character. So to print them in the next lines, I'm going to use slash n. Okay, so here I printed them individually, 50, 50, 50. I printed them. Okay, and then I printed them with slash n with some space. You can see the 50, then slash n, because slash n new line, and then slash n it is again 50 with some spaces. This is also you can do. You can print them in one line itself. This means that using one print statement, just using single print statement. Here I have used multiple print statements to print x, y, and z separately. This is what I did. Okay, you can assign different values also to the variable in the same line. A comma b comma c equal to 5 comma 10 comma 15. A is 5, B is 10, C is 15. Okay, and you printed them. Print A, print B, print C. This is what you did. And if you want, sir, kindly print it in the same line. So print A, comma B, comma C. Okay, just print it in the same line. So 5, 10, 15. In single line itself also it printed. Okay. Um, Next is here I declare a variable I and assign its value to 5. And then I printed A, print A. So it will gonna print you 5. Okay. I printed the type of A. See, A is initially what? A is initially what? Integer. So it printed me class int. It printed me class. It's of integer class. Then what I did? B equal to str. B equal to str. Okay. B equal to str. That means I'm going to perform the type casting str. Okay, let's see. Let me run this code and check what happens here. Okay, b equal to str, that is an empty string. Right now, I assigned a variable b to an empty string and I printed its type. It gave me class str. And if I would be printing print b, I haven't assigned any value to it. Let's see what happens. It printed nothing. Printed nothing because b is currently a of string type and no value has been assigned to it. So it printed me nothing, empty. Okay, typecasting. Typecasting. Now let me uh, stop presenting. And anyone knows about the typecasting? Can anyone tell me what is typecasting? What does typecasting do? Typecasting. Yes. Anyone knows about typecasting? See, anyone can come up here. Yeah.
Use it to convert one type of data into
Okay.
another.
Convert one type of data into another type of data. That is cast one to another. Why we are going to do this? Why to typecast a data?
Sir?
Why to typecast a data?
Because sometimes we need to do operations
Hmm.
that require same type of data.
Okay.
So, for example, we want to operate on two decimal
Hmm.
numbers,
Hmm.
but while giving input, we gave the input as an integer.
Hmm.
Usually, the computer does convert it into decimal, but sometimes we need to change or convert the data.
Okay, so if you are having different data types and you want to perform operation over it, and it is not possible to perform the operation with two different data types, so it's important to convert it. Okay, you can have a seat. Okay, so whatever she said is correct. Typecasting has been done for this purpose only, and here, what happened? A variable a whose value is 5, a variable b whose value is 7.7, and c is str a. And if I do run this code, what happened? Variable a has been converted into string format. Variable a has been converted into string format. And if I'm going to print print a comma b comma c, let me print this these three, you get the answer is 5, 7.7, and 5. But the point is, sir, you have converted a, that is 5, into string format, sir, but still we are going to look at 5. It's looking similar, sir. Here also 5 and here also it is 5, sir. Why? You have converted into string, sir. Okay, let me check whether it has been converted or not. So let's gonna print type of c. Let us print this thing. Okay, this type is a string and the type of a is obviously the integer. So it doesn't mean that your numeric has been looking like 5. Now if I want to perform an operation, okay, perform an operation a plus c, just perform an operation, and just let me run this. It will give me error, unsupported. So whatever the answer she told, sir, if you want to perform the operation between the variables of different types, it's not been possible. You need to first convert them into the similar type, then only it can be performed. So though it's looking, a is also looking 5, c is also looking like a 5, but both are not the same. C is of string, a is of integer. We can't perform the addition of these two. That's why unsupported operand. You can't add integer to the string. Okay, so either I need to convert into string, and then I can convert it. Now the point is, now the point is, your C is of string type. I need to convert it into what again? Just make C equal to int C. C equal to int C. Convert again back the value of initial C into the integer type. Let me see. Let me check what happened. Now perform A plus C. Now perform A plus C. What happens? Let me run this code, and you got the answer as 10. This is typecasting. I again recasted the string which I performed previously into the integer, and then I added. Now it added. This is what happens in the typecasting. Okay. Now let us demonstrate another code. I declared a variable num equal to 100, and I converted it into string and assigned a value s to it. So s is now 100, but string format. I printed s and the type of s. It will gonna give me the answer as what is s? S is your 100, and type of s will be string class. Now num equal to 100.1. I converted again into string, and I again printed its type. Let me run this code. Okay, what you are getting. So previously it was 100 and 100.1. These are the values, and these are the classes to which these particular variables belongs. Okay, now x, y, and z, again these three variables. If I do write str3, so it will be x will be of string value 3. If I write y equal to int 3, y will be having integer 3, and if I write z float 3, z will be having float 3. And if I do run this code, nothing will happen, no error will come. And if I do print these values, let me check what it will going to give you. X comma y comma z, what it's going to give me, will give you 333.0, because z is of float. So obviously it will put a significance that I am a float person, so it will give you zero point 0 decimal additional. Remaining, this is your string, this is your integer. Okay, so I can do have a check for all these, like x equal to 5, y equal to John, or whatever. If I do write like here, no worries. Okay, it will give you the type. One is of integer, one is of string. Okay, one more point. Just remember, whether you are writing in a double quote, whether you are writing in a single quote, double quote or a single quote, it does not have any difference. Both are same. Okay, both are same. Don't get confused with the quotations. Next, Python is a case sensitive language. If I assign a equal to 4, and if I assign capital A equal to 5, both are different. Both are different, because Python is a case sensitive language. If I print the value of small a, it will give me 4. If I print the value of capital A, it will give me 5. Okay, similarly, this is what I did here. Small a equal to 4, capital A equal to Sally, different variables. It's a case sensitive. Now, you can add string to a string, as you can add integer to integer, integer to float, float to float. Okay, similarly you can add string to string. So if I write Python is awesome plus with the plus operator, this is called as concatenation. Adding strings is called as concatenation. So Python is awesome, this has been printed. Okay, and if you want to have some spaces between these, if you want to have some spaces, so let me copy this code. Okay, and let's bring some spaces. All right, so it will be like plus, and if I do write quote, some quote I did mention. Okay, again if I write plus here, then again if I bring some quote, then space like this. Okay, now print the value of x. You can have some quotation like this. You can check Python is awesome with the spaces. So I've added spaces here in between the words. You can do that. So plus sign is used for the concatenation. But if I try to add, as she also told, and the typecasting, if I want to add string with the integer, definitely error. You can't concatenate string to the before concatenation can be done. You need to typecast, then only it will gonna work. And here in a single line, I can print X Python, Y is awesome, Y is Z is awesome. Print X Y Z, Python is awesome. This is how we can print. Okay, so I guess this is all for the lecture number 1. Can I have a quick feedback? Anyone can give me a quick feedback for today's lecture? Anyone can give me the feedback? I'm stopping the recording right now. This is a lecture number 1 record.